it's recording now, but don't say anything bad. Alright.
Oh, we're like not supposed to swear?
You can swear, definitely.
Don't get our band canceled, please.
Yeah, just don't...
Oh, don't say anything like...
I mean, it's up to you.
Oh!
And when,
don't...
Sorry, just the bad thing.
When you want to be on mic, hold it pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So I want to interview, but I didn't really prep any questions or anything, so it's going to be fairly casual. So any topics that you...
We're a casual band.
Anything you want to veer off into, feel free to hijack this conversation at any moment.
Hell yeah.
There's also a lot of people on mic. I don't think I've done a 5-person podcast in quite a while.
Really? In person?
Yeah.
Have you interviewed bands before?
Yeah, not many times like a full band, but back when I was in the radio station, I did it a little more often, I think.
Are you still part of KRUI, or do you only do... It's just a podcast?
It's just podcasts.
Yeah,
it's
podcast.
Just,
okay.
You know, recording in people's houses and stuff.
I can't keep track of this shit.
It's all right.
That's what's up.
It's all right.
It's the only podcast in Iowa.
Yeah.
So
it's the only though, right?
Pretty easy to keep track of.
There are no other podcasts in Iowa.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Name one.
Name one podcast.
You
period.
can't. Rock Hard Caucus was the first and only podcast in the state of Iowa.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging the truth. Yeah. All right. I'm here talking with the members of Bootcamp. So, hi, Juliette. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I was a little worried that you wouldn't want to do this because you seem...
Like a hater?
Yeah, you seem like you don't like doing podcasts. Have you ever even done anything like this?
No. Sometimes I'll call in just to say some stupid shit, but I'm very nervous right now, actually.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a radio show.
I did do that, but that was also a bajillion years ago.
Well,
and it was at midnight on like Tuesdays, and no one listened to it, which was kind of baller.
Wasn't it the emo hour?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way to blow my cover.
Shit, sorry. I was just trying. I couldn't remember.
Damn, the name drop.
Did you record any of that? Can people find that anywhere at the emo hour? KRUI, probably 8 years ago.
If you hack into the files on my computer, yes. But I think... KRUI actually blew up this year, so...
Yeah, it's pretty... I was in there, like, maybe a month ago, and, like, the main studio is not even, like, functioning.
Yeah.
We recorded in a back room.
I definitely didn't do that. To wipe the evidence.
Sabotaging to wipe the emo.
Did you flood the room and the floor above?
No, obviously not.
Do you know about that?
Yes.
Okay,
that's the...
But you didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
We did that. The guilt is too much. We did that on purpose to
confession,
erase the files. There's too much incriminatory evidence in the KRUI files, so we did it.
The criminal evidence of you having a radio show.
Very criminal.
Okay.
Yeah,
we had to cover that.
It was bad.
All right, Oliver's here to my left. I'm just giving the listeners sort of a visual, so they can kind of place where everyone's at. Maybe I should do like a stereo panning of all your voices. So this will be a stereo experience, everyone. Oliver, hello. Thanks for you've been on the podcast several times. So
yep.
You were, I imagine, not nervous?
No.
Cool.
A little tired. Okay. Just not nervous.
Good. All right. I'll do what I can to make you less nervous as we go.
Thank you.
I'll check in every few minutes and see how are you still nervous?
That's awesome.
That always makes me less nervous when people ask me if I'm nervous.
Yeah. So Dolly, you're up next. How nervous are you?
Not. I don't know. Not incredibly nervous.
Okay.
Dolly loves to talk, so I think we're good.
I'm a yapper.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing a podcast, just maybe the two of us, for a while, but then it didn't happen before you all left for Japan.
Yeah, it can still happen.
We can do another one later. Yeah.
What would we talk about?
Yeah.
What I have things that I'm doing.
Okay.
You have thoughts, opinions,
I have things
stuff like that.
I'm doing. There are things that I'm part of that are, I think, important.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But I was like doing a podcast. Oh, I thought you meant like a whole different podcast.
Oh no, just like one episode.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the Dolly Justin podcast.
Oh,
like
separate, dynamic.
like a regular thing.
Who knows? Maybe
like
that is. Maybe that fucking is gonna happen. Who fucking knows?
Yeah,
like the Come Town to Chapo. Like different podcasts, but kind of the same ballpark. Kinda. I've never listened to either podcast.
You're
The
giving
Justin Freaky Comer extended universe.
You're
Yeah.
giving too many good ideas right now. That actually sounds like a great idea.
All right. Well, we'll do one first, and we'll see what comes.
Yeah,
of
we'll
it.
see what happens.
Yeah, we may be inspired to launch an entire
Who's to say?
series that goes for years. Yeah.
Who's to say?
All right, and last but not least, Molly's here as well.
The big talker.
Hi, Molly. All right, okay, Molly, I expect you to hold up a lot of the conversation
Oh,
today.
yeah. And remember to hold the mic close to my face.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'll remember
right where
all
it's at
those
right
things.
now. Yeah. Thank you for hosting us, Molly.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are in Molly's home right now. I appreciate you letting us occupy your living room.
Did you get Rue a mic?
No, there is a dog here. You probably can't hear that, but Molly held the mic up to Rue.
She's loud.
She's like chewing on her paw or something.
Yeah.
What's the dog story, Molly?
I mean, she's a dog. We got her from a shelter like 9 years ago.
Nice.
She's a grumpy old lady when we got her. She's a grumpy old lady now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good trajectory.
Yeah.
When I got here, she was barking at me, but she seems pretty chill with me now.
She just likes to bark.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mentioned when I clumsily introduced Dolly that Bootcamp was recently in Asia, the continent of Asia. You went to Japan and Korea, right? Am I forgetting any other countries?
That's right.
Those are it, yeah.
You've been back for maybe 2-3 weeks now?
I think so.
Something like that?
3, probably. 4. 3.
I don't know.
don't think it's
3.
been 4
What is
weeks.
time? Yeah.
It was like July 20-something, right?
We got back July 23rd, so...
And then we all felt crazy for like a week and a half.
Mhm.
So that sort of counted
As still being there?
as being somewhere.
Limbo.
It's the middle space.
And you were touring for a good length of time over there. So I kind of want to know like what it was like touring in another country, which I know you've been to like Europe and stuff, but had you been there before, anybody?
Nope.
No,
No?
None of us had ever been to Japan.
Okay.
Or anywhere in Asia, right?
No.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Molly
Okay,
and
right on.
Molly and I's other band, Death Kill Overdrive, has played in Iceland before.
Right.
And Bootcamp has played in Mexico,
Mhm.
and one of my other bands has also played in Canada and Iceland. But like, this is the first time, over an ocean, mainland, another continent
Right.
that I've ever done, and I think anybody here has ever done.
Okay, cool. So this is a big milestone for all of you.
I think it might also be like our longest tour that we've done. I mean, maybe not the most like shows played, but like the longest span of time that we've been like on the road.
definitely.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
gone for like most of July.
23 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up playing shows 13 of those days.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot
Fucked
of
off
shows.
for a lot of other days too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we definitely built in fuck off time because, you're in Japan, you gotta go,
You gotta go crazy.
you gotta go crazy. You gotta do, what people do in Japan.
Well, what kind of stuff did you do? What'd you do on your fuck off days? What,
Oh, that's an easy question.
What did we do in Japan?
well, I don't mean it that broadly, but like,
No.
how did you fill the time on the days when you weren't playing shows?
I mean,
like you said, the things
hon-
that people do in Japan.
honestly, like even logistics like take time, and it's funny because it's like when you quantify it as 10 days, it feels like, oh, y'all had like plenty of time to do shit. But like even just getting from like point A to point B, and the fact that like we went from one country to the other country, then back
Yeah.
to Japan, like took a significant amount of time. I think if we had booked any less time, it probably would have been near impossible to
Yeah.
like actually accomplish the shit we were trying to do.
And that shit being tourist stuff and hang out with the Japanese punks and the Korean punks and stuff like that, which we just did so much of that. I would say just hang out with the folks in Japan who were literally the most accommodating, hospitable people of all time, and would do anything to help you out. So because of them, we were able to have like as good a time as possible.
Nice.
And just, we spent, like 5 hours doing karaoke with a bunch of homies in Tokyo.
Best night of my life.
Yeah, that was crazy. And in Japan, karaoke is like here. You just go to a bar and you just are in a big room full of strangers. But in Japan, it's like you go with a group of friends and you pay.
Oh yeah, like a private.
And you
room.
have a private room.
Okay.
And you can go all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the room until like 4 a.m.
And they were like, free drinks.
Didn't we leave at like midnight or something?
Midnight or 1, yeah.
One-ish.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it was so much fun, but
I could have kept going.
oh yeah, everybody started leaving because they're like, yeah, the last train is at 11:30. We got to get out of here.
Oh, okay.
They don't want you partying in Tokyo.
Yeah.
That is another really interesting aspect of like just the way the like social ecosystem exists is like people definitely are like down to like party and drink and like whatever, but it is very like neighborhood / like area based because like very much almost no one has a car and relies on public transport. So it's like if that train is getting you home, like you better be taking that train or sleeping on someone's couch or living in the area of whatever you're going to, which was like just something that like, I don't know. Iowa City's small. Most cities are like small enough or you can take an Uber or whatever that I just don't think of stuff like that.
Right. You don't think about like the transportation infrastructure shuts down at a certain time, and
or you go to the internet cafe and just stay there all night, throwing up like one of our friends did.
Yeah. Our friend, you know, it was in Sendai, and we were staying at an apartment, and our friend was like, yeah, I don't want to stay at that apartment. I'm just going to like chill at an internet cafe. And he doesn't really drink that much, but he drank a lot that night and was just at an internet cafe, like barfing all night, he said.
And we found out on Instagram. We like checked his story the next day. Just like hit the translate button, and he was just like, it's over. Yeah. Threw up all night. It was awesome.
So internet cafes are like 24 hours?
I believe
It
so.
seems like it, yeah.
Okay,
and that's
cool.
like a huge, when you go to Tokyo, and for one, I mean, the rumors are true that you go there and you're like, damn, this is clean, like a clean place, and you don't see, you see like a tiny fraction of like visibly homeless people than you do in like New York City, but they're not visible. That doesn't necessarily mean they don't exist. They have a very small homeless population, but what a lot of the folks there were telling me is that a lot of homeless people just stay in internet cafes
I see.
or stay in their cars, and so they're like quote unquote sheltered
just not on the
homeless,
street,
but they're not out on the street as much. So yeah, they're open 24/7.
They're
But
also pretty
we never
like,
went to one.
They're also pretty like discriminatory, it seems like, against homeless people like in any of the which is like not different very much from the US, but it seemed like any shopping district that we were in, like very, very people that we were with would be like, oh yeah, they like specifically like kick people out immediately, like, and there were signs for like no like sitting down and just like really weird like anti-homeless infrastructure just like sort of built in to like those places.
Yeah, I was wondering, is it like because they take care of people, or they just like heavily police
It's
certain tourist areas?
I mean, they do have like compared to the United States, a social safety net that takes into consideration humanity.
right.
So, but people like to say there's no homeless people here, but then locals will tell you like, oh, that's kind of bullshit. Like, we still have a problem. It's just like more invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Never went to an internet cafe. I don't even know what an internet cafe is. You go there and use the internet. Like, internet's everywhere. Why do you need those anymore? Do
Yeah,
you like
that's
go there and
kinda
play
curious.
StarCraft or something? Like,
Yeah, if you can do LAN parties, that's kind of cool.
okay, that's what's up.
But I don't know.
Maybe we should have gone next time.
Just see what's up.
Yeah.
2027.
Yeah, 2027.
The internet cafe tour.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
that'd
can
be
you play
fun.
shows there?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that was another funny aspect, is that we didn't really play very many like traditional venues, so to speak. Like, we didn't really play bars or, well, we like played a couple, but like a thing that they do in Japan, because everything is super, super crammed together, is you just rent out a practice space. They have like a ton of just like communal practice spaces for people to use. You just like pay however much for like the 3 hours or something. You have the show super quick, and then you all fuck off.
They do the show in the practice space.
Yes.
Okay.
And so there's already like gear set up, I think, and
A lot of
like,
these studios have a designated live studio space to where they have bands play live for these shows, but sometimes not even that.
And you can also just like, some of our friends told us that sometimes when they missed the last train or the party was over, they would just rent out some of these like practice space to just like listen to more like techno when they just didn't want to go home. They were just like, yeah, we just want to listen to music for a little longer and hang out.
Wow.
No, people rent them out for like parties and stuff. I was very, I mean, it makes sense, but I guess I hadn't put the pieces together. But like, it's the same shit with practice spaces. Like normally in the US, it's like everyone's broke. Renting a literal practice space is usually quite expensive.
Yeah.
And like if you have a garage or a basement that it can happen in, it's a lot more accessible. But it's the same thing where it's like everyone is living in very like tight accommodations. And so like almost no, like practicing at your house is almost like unheard of. So it's like, if you're in a band, you inherently need a practice space anyways. So like a couple of the venues we played at were like the practice spaces of the bands playing the bill.
Yeah.
And they were just like practicing before we like showed up, and then we would show up and they would stop practicing and then we would play the show.
Yeah. There's kind of an efficiency to that that's pretty cool. Where like,
I kind of love it.
Yeah. Like all my stuff's here. I don't need to move it anywhere. The show comes to me. I like that.
A lot of the venues I'm using that pretty loosely, were so hard to find because everything was so stacked on top of each other.
There's in these huge buildings.
Yeah, and it'd just be like in the same building as like a daycare, a music shop, like a bakery or whatever, but like in the basement or something. Like,
is there good like soundproofing at all? Okay.
Big time.
Cool. So.
It was crazy. It was like kitted out. It was straight up like bank vault doors. Like it was weird. Like you would go to like enter the venue and it's just like this giant handle.
Yeah. Cool.
And like this
there'd be like two doors.
Turn a huge
yeah,
wheel.
literally.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, it was also interesting. We were talking about how people, specifically in Tokyo, they need to fuck off before the last train. But just to like put it in perspective, like I knew in my brain the fact that Tokyo was the largest city in the world, but I didn't know what that meant until I got there. And I was just like, this is insane. Like there's 34 million people that live in Tokyo technically.
Yeah.
And so the central like Tokyo train station, you can take the subway west for 2 hours and you're still in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And so we played 4 shows in Tokyo, but they were all basically in different cities within the mega city that is Tokyo. We played in Shinjuku, Shibuya, Kichijochi, and what was the first one we played? Can't remember.
So it was the one by the weird shopping mall, right? There was like the punk alley or the fashion alley.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No, that was cool. That's where I bought my kendama. But yeah, no,
Koenji.
Koenji.
It was in Koenji.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stylish Street.
Stylish Street, yeah.
So sick.
It was sick. Yeah, I don't know. And just like everywhere you look, it's just my puny Iowan brain comprehending that level of density was, and I've been
I don't know if I could handle it.
I've been to New York City, and this was New York City is like a puny, pathetic 9 million people or something. Comparatively, I don't know, but
I don't know the numbers.
But it felt less chaotic and anxiety inducing than a lot of giant American cities or European cities that I've been to. I don't know. Another thing about Tokyo or Japan in general is there's no fucking trash cans anywhere. Like you're walking down the street, everything's clean, mind you. Like
you just take it with you.
But like I had, you would buy a drink, I would drink it, like a coffee or something, and I'm just like looking around for a trash can outside, and it just doesn't exist. And I like one time I was like, I'm gonna wait until I see a trash can, and I walked for like miles, and just one didn't appear. So they don't really have trash bins. They like put all their garbage under this like net in alleys. So I was just started putting trash in those. Probably not supposed to, but so just weird cultural difference. Like, oh, you made the trash, you take it home and then deal with it.
Right, it's your problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, okay, so sorry to, I need to dwell on this for a second. You said you found a net in an alley, and that's where you threw the
Yeah,
coffee
because
cup.
they put their trash bags in there. I'm not making this up, right, guys? Yeah, okay.
So it doesn't like blow away or anything.
Okay.
Other than that, though, the vending machines have trash cans. So, like, you would see people, like, buy a drink, chug that shit, throw it away, because, like, they don't want to walk around with it.
We were cramming all sorts of like evil trash in these teeny tiny vending machine like cans. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is recycling, but
It's all recycling, yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting a bunch of bullshit from my purse in it.
Yeah.
and I'm running away.
I just could not
Stupid
comprehend
American
what was
here.
happening. Yeah, we kept saying Baka America Gin.
Buta America Gin, which means pig American.
Pig American, yeah, we kept saying that. People thought that was funny.
Nice. You were saying about yourselves.
Yes.
Was anyone saying it about you?
No.
Okay.
We
No,
did.
I'm
People
sure.
were nice to you?
It's
I'm sure they were.
possible.
Behind your back
Quietly.
only, yeah.
And rightfully so. We taught all of them like cracker and honky, and we were saying like you should when our friends' bands come to Japan, please just call them
Just whip it out.
Just whip out. Just be like, "What's up, honkies?" You know, and they were very excited about that.
Yeah,
so
we taught each other all sorts of nasty things. It's
yeah.
very good cross
They
cultural
taught us all the
exchange.
swear words. We taught them all the swear words. So it was very good cultural exchange.
Introducing anti-white slurs to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's
They need it.
Public
necessary.
service. Yeah.
We had
Yeah,
like
it's
a
gonna be
really
more
a
and more
good
useful.
bit for like days and days and days of trying to track down the words for like diva or baddie or just like a hot lady because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just did not have that term in Japanese, and we
But they had
pulled-
them. It's
They
like,
got
but what do you
baddies.
call them?
There were many baddies in Japan. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
But
There
I
were
see, I
so
see.
many hot ladies.
There are hot women, but they don't have a term for
they
it.
don't
No,
have the
they
term,
don't.
like
Okay.
because
But you
there's
know
a
they
difference.
do.
There's a difference between a hottie, a diva, and a baddie.
Sure.
They're all different, but to them it's all just like beautiful or whatever, which is like
Very respectful.
It's beautiful, but it's also just like I think because of like an entire like culture and like history of sexism, it also is like the words that we would normally associate in America for like someone being like hot in an intimidating way. It very much just literally translates in a way where it's like you don't want to be calling a woman a bad woman
yeah,
because
an evil woman.
because culturally in Japan it's like that's what like shitty men are actually calling women is like you are an evil woman.
Okay.
So
there's no-
unfortunately it's like I think someone was helping like explain that to me actually like when I got back and I was like
there's not really any sort of like positive reclamation. Of
one of
Yeah.
one of our
kind of
friends
words.
was like, "So should I call this girl I like a bad bitch?" And I was like, "Probably not." You know, like
You're like a 40-year-old man.
yeah,
Like I don't think so.
like you should just like once maybe you've been dating for years and they know they know what that means, but no, don't just go up to girls and say that actually
On the street.
on the street.
Like
no.
don't. I might, but you probably shouldn't.
Yep.
All right, back to karaoke for a second. So you said you could have just kept going all night.
Yeah, I'm a demon like that.
You love karaoke, yeah. So what did you sing at this Japanese karaoke?
Luckily, there was like a shitload of American songs or songs in English, and we didn't just like have to go up there and figure out a Japanese song to do because I
Yeah.
think that would have killed us all instantly. God, I don't even remember. I think I started with a Love Shack by the B-52s
Yep.
with Molly.
Nice.
That was really, really fun, and it was
That's
cute.
a karaoke
Like
classic.
it had like the screen and everything, like with
There's like animations.
Yeah.
going on.
No, stock video. It was
stock
the
videos.
best
It was
part.
cute.
Nice.
Or they'd
It
have
was
the music
horrific.
video.
Yeah, that
Right,
was
right.
nice.
the music videos were really good. The stock video was maybe more my favorite just because
So funny.
it was either a screensaver or like a really shitty rendition of something slightly related to the song. But it would be similar ones for songs of like a similar vibe.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
like if you have like the ballad, it's just some like stock actors like acting out like how they would act to a ballad of a music video.
It's like a
sort
dude
of.
walking around looking kind of sad and
and
pensive.
like sitting on park benches.
And like flowers and cruise ships and shit like that.
So funny.
But they did have like the Avril Lavigne Skater Boy music video
Nice.
loaded up,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was good.
that was good.
Wait, is the Skater Boy video the one where they're in the mall, or is that complicated?
I think that's
That's
complicated.
complicated.
Okay, yeah.
They're,
where
like,
they're
throwing-
like bad kids at the mall. I
They're
really
like
running
like
throwing
away
like
from
a
a
crazy
helicopter.
like party outside. She's like on a cop car, like stomping on it. It's really cool.
The cop car gets smashed
The
at the
Avril
end of the
riot?
video, and
Oh,
I think
I
it
don't
was
remember
like
this.
controversial at the time.
Yeah, she's a rock chick.
Scandalous.
Yeah,
It's
she's
really good.
bringing punk to the
Rock
masses.
out.
She was the first punk rock star, right?
It's
She
true.
was, yeah.
The first punk.
Boot camp condoles that she is the first one.
Yeah.
We owe it all to her, and I think we're not kidding about that.
I'm not. Yeah.
No. Another cool thing about karaoke is that you could, because it's all like the bad like MIDI guitars like version of karaoke, But that was cool because you could change the pitch.
Oh, sure.
Like, so if
yeah.
it's too high for you, you can put it to a lower pitch, and so I thought that was a neat feature. What did I sing? I sang Coldplay,
Banger.
Yellow by Coldplay.
Nice.
I sang, fucking, what else did I sing?
The Hank Williams one you always
Yeah,
do?
Lovesick
Yeah.
Blues. Obviously,
Oh,
I always
that
sing
was
that
good.
song.
Yeah.
You duetted with Death Row.
I duetted
What
with
was
Death
that?
Row for this famous Japanese singer. I cannot remember his name right now, and I feel bad. But Death Row is our very good friend, and he is the vocalist for his band Death Row, and it's just very good rock, punk music, and
Beat rock.
yeah,
rock.
and so him and I did this duet, which the duet is with this Japanese singer that he loves, and Gerard Way.
Okay.
And they have a song called Safe and Sound that was released in like 2009 or some shit. And I loved it when I was in high school. So him and I sang that and it was crazy. That was like peak experience for sure.
It was so
Death
good.
Row is literally a rock star. Like he's,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
speaking of divas,
he's a diva for sure. What did he call himself? A scum rock star or something like that.
something like that.
Yeah, Scum Rock.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
scum
Scum
rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Death Row was the best. We stayed with him one night after our show in Yokohama, and he just drove us out to his parents' house, like kind of out in the sticks, kind of in, what was it, Kanagawa?
Kanagawa, yeah.
And we just stayed with his parents. And this was one of my favorite days of like the whole tour. Just we woke up and his parents, who didn't really speak very much English, had cooked us this entire like vegan breakfast, and they just kind of sat in the living room and just kind of watched us, and occasionally would come over and like had us like draw little pictures to hang on their fridge.
Nice.
And I remember everything in their house was cat themed. Like all of their mugs, all of their plates, and I like asked about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, Neko."
Yes.
The
That's
Neckos.
one of the few words
And
I
they
remember.
like they brought over like these framed photographs of their cats that had passed away a few years back, and they just loved these fucking cats so
Yeah,
much. And it was just like really cute.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know, it was Tanabata, which is like it's on the 7th of July. It's like a holiday where you write down a wish and then tie it to some bamboo at like shrines or something. But they just had like a vase of flowers with all of their wishes from like the entire family like hung on it just in the living room, and which was super cute
Yeah,
to
that's
just
sweet.
kind of see that culture. Like the dad
Yeah.
told me that he just like stole a bunch of flowers from the forest, and it was cute. And then Death Row took us to the river to swim, which was super nice to kind of be out of the city and just swimming in the
see
beautiful
some-
like Japanese wilderness, like walking through a bunch of fields and like bamboo forests to just play in the river.
Yeah. It's like
Crazy
a fantasy.
current. Yeah. Just with like the mountains behind us.
Man, yeah. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, thinking about their house, this was just kind of like the universal experience. I remember we were going to stay at one place, and people were like, yeah, that house is kind of messy and not comfortable. And we were like, oh, damn, we've been through it before. We know what to expect. But we get there, and it's like awesome, like, and
Wait, they said that about Death Row's house?
no, not Death Row's house.
That was the best bathroom I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I
That
just
was the
don't want
most
to put it. I
comfy
just don't want to
tub.
put anybody on blast publicly, but it was one.
Oh,
we
I
know
got
they're all
warned about-
listening.
We all know.
we got one public. People were like, "Oh, when you stay there, it's not going to be that comfortable."
Yeah.
but it's like it was comfortable as hell. You
Yeah,
know,
they just had very high standards.
they have very high standards of hospitality,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like to think I'm hospitable to bands that I put up that come through Iowa City, but I was being hospitality mogged by them.
We have to step up our pussies.
Yeah, no, and I mean, they just like have a lot of the built-in infrastructure, the tatami mats and like the futons that everybody has that, you're sleeping on basically a very comfortable bed every night.
Right.
Everybody has like blasting AC because it's 1,000,000 degrees out. Everybody's just like, here, I made you food, and here's, mugicha and towels, and they all have the nicest toilets of all time. That South Park episode about the Japanese toilets is real.
It's true.
It's literally true. Like,
Do you think they've all seen that episode? We should have showed it to them.
we should have showed it to
Yeah.
2027.
Yeah, 2027. I also didn't get to show. I wanted to ask if any of them. I asked a bunch of them, have you seen the YouTube video History of Japan?
I don't know if I know that.
Oh my god.
It's like a famous YouTube video. It's like 7 minutes long. It's just super fast, like by this, I can't remember his name right now, but he like writes songs, like little songs, and he just made a 7-minute long video about the history of Japan with little jingles in it, and it's so funny. None of them have heard of it. Anyways, very hospitable.
I'll insert that right here in the podcast. For the next 7 minutes, please enjoy The History of Japan by some internet guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Japan is an island by the sea filled with volcanoes, and it's beautiful. In the year -1 billion, Japan might not have been here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could put a little bit in there, maybe just for context.
No, yeah, do it. It's so funny and actually like very informative.
Yeah, just YouTube to MP3 it.
I kind of wish, honestly, I kind of wish people in the U.S. were a little bit more upfront about
Yeah.
shit like that. Like, you don't even have to like be like, oh yeah, fuck this person, but be like, yeah, that person's house kind of sucks. Like, I thought, like, in Japan, obviously our experience was like, oh, this person's house is actually fine and it's like chill, and it's like, I'm not anyone opening up their home to you, like, that's a very like gracious thing and like obviously very nice, but it's, I feel like in America there is like a dynamic of people being like, oh, this is like inherently just the hugest favor that I'm giving this person. So even
So I
if
don't
my
have to try at
house sucks horribly, smells like cat piss, like has mold everywhere, is like the grossest place on earth, it still somehow is like some great gift that I'm like allowing this band to stay there. And it's like, when I was 18, it was different. Like, I'll crash on whatever shitty bullshit, but it's like, when you're having hardworking people like coming and like hanging out with you and like doing, taking part in art with you, it is pretty astonishing some of the places that have gotten the green light that we've stayed at in the US. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe tell your homie like what's up.
Yeah, we should have a
Actually,
little-
I do that in
really-
Iowa City.
That'd be really cool.
Last tour we went on, we ended up accidentally staying at a house that was just like straight up covered in blood.
Whoa.
And that's maybe all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
But I think after
that crosses a line for sure.
after that, I think we all like decided as a band, like, we are never staying anywhere that doesn't have like a girlfriend involved
Yeah, that's smart.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like, do any of the dudes in this house like have a
And
girlfriend?
does she come over?
Like,
And does she come over? Yeah, that's important. But no, yeah. So, and I remember when I was like 19 and I was on tour, we would just not have places to stay because
didn't you sleep in a Walmart?
Yeah, I slept inside. Like, so usually
In the store?
people will usually just sleep in the Walmart parking lot in their vehicle.
Yep.
But it smelled too bad in our van, so like I went inside the Walmart and like where all the paper towels were, I just like went behind the paper towels and just like took like a pillow from like the pillow
Walmart
section.
pillow? Yeah.
And just like slept
Natalie
there.
Portman style.
Yeah, Natalie. But
How
yeah,
long did you sleep in the Walmart?
I think just like 2
Months.
hours.
Okay.
He's still there.
I still
Has
live there.
anyone checked on Oliver?
This was in Florida, by the way.
There was like a documentary about people who like lived in a store that came
Oh
out.
yeah,
like,
Jesse
within the last few
Eisenberg
months.
put it out.
Was-
I think.
Yeah, I didn't
A
see
weird-
it, but
no.
I love the idea of people
Yeah.
just like living in stores secretly. I think it's very cool to
The
get away
liminal
with that.
space in malls. Yeah.
I want to be the entity that lives in someone's walls,
Yeah,
So I
There's
totally
still
see the
time.
appeal.
You're kind of just the guy in my house.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Nice. I'm already there. Hell yeah.
yeah. Turns out you've already achieved your wildest dream. Molly, Dolly, any other karaoke hits?
We did one together, didn't we?
Did we?
I forget
I'm
which.
not a big
I forget
karaoke
which one we
person.
did. No, we did one of them together. I can't remember which one.
Molly's partner Luke busted out some
Oh
classics.
yeah, of course. Luke was in Japan with you.
Oh,
yeah,
he did
yeah.
Get
Luke
Your
did.
Freak On.
Yeah, he did
That was
Missy. He did some
insane.
Dre.
There was a lot of
A
Eminem
problematic
that night.
Blink-182 song, if you can believe it.
He wouldn't say this. He wouldn't
He's
say
like,
bitch.
"Oh,
It was
oh."
awesome. It was
Really?
very
Yeah.
respectful.
That's
Very
awesome.
Mad respect. Shout out Luke.
Wholesome guy.
He's a very nice man. Yeah.
I did a Nora Jones song because I grew up listening to Nora Jones, and all those songs are like ingrained into me. So yeah, and they're fun to sing.
Yeah. She's great.
It's really good.
So it sounds like you overall had like an extremely positive experience
Oh,
touring
yeah.
Japan
Big
and
time.
Korea.
Big
I
time.
thought about maybe asking you like, what's the worst time you had there? Like, what's the worst thing that happened to you on tour? But maybe nothing bad
Why are you
happened
looking
to
at
you.
me?
In Japan, I honestly can't think of, like, the worst aspects of tour for me was just like getting over jet lag and like
Being
nothing,
hot.
being hot
Like,
as fuck.
unbearably hot.
It was like worse than here.
Yeah, because it's muggy here, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like, it is just
Yeah, it was crazy.
muggy. At like 8 a.m., it's like 90 and like you're just drenched in sweat.
It's like you're on tour. Like you can't exactly just like take a breather.
Yeah.
Just shower whenever. Just go home for a sec. Like you're kind of just like at the whim of whoever's like carting you around.
Yeah.
I mean, I will preface this with I understand completely like why this dynamic exists, but it still wasn't great. So sort of as we were talking about earlier, most people don't have practice spaces in their home. Usually it's a practice space that's being rented. This also means because there's this like communal nature to like the sort of back end of like DIY or like music shit in general, a ton of gear is shared. And it's like not like anyone has like a huge house to be keeping gear in. Everyone's taking subways places. So it's not like you really have a way of transporting stuff, whatever. So luckily you kind of get the full spectrum where luckily some of the venues have really nice gear that's like backlined. But more often than not, especially if it's people like in said bands providing the backline, a lot of people, even a lot of venues will just play on like straight up practice amps and like equipment that just, I don't know, like personally, in my opinion, like people should not be playing like live music with unless they're playing like jazz or like specifically like quiet music.
Sure.
Cause it's just like, it's not really beneficial to anyone like in the whole
You're
situation.
not getting the right experience of a punk show.
Yeah. And it's like, obviously, like we're super grateful to be going to another country and like getting to do this shit at all. But it's like definitely ran into some like a large quantity of the shows where I was just like, damn, this sounds like shit and I cannot hear myself. But then we would like watch. So a lot of places will like mic or send like literally everything through the mains
Right.
of like the house sound system. And so we would listen back to videos and be like, oh, this doesn't actually sound that terrible.
Just on stage.
But for any amount of like stage sound, it's like literally non-existent, the worst you've ever had to deal. Like genuinely, I was fighting for my life. Like some of the worst stage sound that I have ever experienced.
Yeah.
And that's including like basements and shit that have no monitors, that don't have like, so, and it's a funny one because there's no caveat. Like if you're going to tour Japan, don't try to fucking bring a backline.
Well, yeah, like there's
it's
no
not
alternative.
gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's no caveat. There's no silver lining of like, oh yeah, this is how we figured it all out. You're gonna
just
play
get what you get.
You're just gonna play what you play,
Yeah.
and you're gonna figure it out, and it's gonna be fine.
I mean, I think that is the silver lining is that we didn't have to bring jack shit and
Right.
we lied to customs.
Yeah, literally nothing. Like, and I didn't even have, like, as the drummer, you know, usually you at least bring breakables like cymbals or snare or kick pedal or whatever you want to bring, but not even that. They were just like, bring literally nothing. So I never had a problem with, like the cymbals being bad or anything. Occasionally I ran into just some kits that I think weren't used to being played like I was playing it
as aggressively as.
So
Yeah,
it was
you drum like an animal.
Well, sometimes I would run into situations where the drum set was just literally falling apart while I was playing it, which, is frustrating at the time, but I think it's funny as
also
hell.
cool, yeah.
It's really funny. And ultimately it sounds fine. It's like hardcore punk music. So it's supposed to be weird and like desperation happening. And I don't know. So
I want to see the band fighting for their lives.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Some
I want to see
element
you
of,
suffer in some way.
There's
if
got to
I'm
be some
watching your
struggle.
band.
Yeah. Some physical struggle, like, oh, this could just stop at any moment because it's too hard.
Yes.
And we didn't even bring guitars.
Yeah. That's so Dolly and Molly were both playing on borrowed gear as well for every show.
Which, like, in retrospect, honestly, if I were to do it again, I would definitely either buy a guitar there or like figure out some sneaky way to like take apart my guitar.
Sure.
And like take it apart and have it in pieces and then like put it together once I like get there.
So you didn't like playing a different guitar every show?
The
It's
guitar,
tough.
it's
Yeah.
genuinely hard. The
Yeah,
guitar I was
yeah.
playing was sick. Some of the shows I played a different guitar that was like less sick.
It's just stuff you're not used to. So it takes getting used to.
That being said, I did get to play some really cool basses that I would have never been able to play had I brought my own shit.
Same. I played a SG that probably retails in the US because it was like a vintage one with the floating trem and like a P90 and I think that guitar in the US probably would be like 3,500, 4,000, like right around that ballpark. So I got to play that guitar and I was like, no fucking way. This is insane.
That's cool. Yeah.
Was that in Korea?
Yeah, that was in Korea.
I think when we were talking about Death Row, you used the term beat rock.
Yeah,
Beat
he's
rock?
obsessed. He's obsessed with Bucktick. Are you familiar?
I don't know. I don't
Are
know
you
what
familiar
beat
with
rock
Bucktick?
means.
So Bucktick is like this sort of Japanese phenomenon.
Yeah. Tell me, say it again.
Bucktick.
Bucktick. Okay.
Yeah. And this musician that sort of started, honestly, the closest thing I would put him akin to is like Billy Idol.
Okay.
It's kind of on that vibe where he like started out in the 80s, like straight up just playing in like hardcore and like punk bands. I think I'm using hardcore very loosely, very much just like punk bands.
Yeah.
But then sort of like just rode every musical trend like as it came out. So like in the 80s, like during like glam shit, he got like super glam. And then as the 90s progressed, he got like super industrial and like very like theater of pain, like kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
And Death Row's like just obsessed with this. I think like grew up listening to the music, but also was just like, this is fucking insane. Because also the thing with Bucktick is he's like huge diva, like insane costuming and fits, and just like an insane performer.
Yeah.
And I think from like talking to Death Row a little bit, very much it seemed like he was excited by it because of the performance aspect, where it's like you're playing rock, like you're playing whatever realistically fairly simple music, but it's like you're giving it every fucking ounce.
Yeah. There's a character
that like you have to give.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, like that's just like it was genuinely something coming back to the States where I'm like, not to say that there aren't like good performers, there's all sorts of good performers, but it was genuinely like sort of another perspective on like, oh, like there's just because you're in this genre of band or whatever genre of band, there's literally no reason you can't just be like fucking going insane and being like super physical and like working the crowd and whatever. There's no reason. There's literally no reason not to.
Yeah.
It just rocks and everyone is like stoked on it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it was cool. He was like, he came out from behind a curtain. He just was like throwing his arms in every direction, doing like a bunch of call and response.
We're talking about Death Row now.
Yeah. Death Row himself. And doing like a bunch of, I don't know, just like the most physical performance, like dancing around everywhere and just being like a rock singer. And all of like the hardcore and like punks just like they rock with it super
Yeah,
hard. So
yeah.
he just plays all of like the punk shows, the hardcore shows and everything, just with this like, it's like almost goofy.
Yeah.
Just
sure.
because it's like, I don't know, capital R rock music.
Right. So I'm imagining it's not as heavy as a lot of
really,
the other
but it's
bands on the
just
shows.
fun.
Yeah.
And like there's like costuming and makeup and it's just theatrical.
So he's
They
doing
all
like
wear mesh shirts.
he's doing like costuming stuff on like DIY shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I mean, I think that's like what sells it so hard is that it's like very much it's just a punk band. Like they're playing punk shows with a bunch of people, but like it's being done through the lens of like, okay, well, what's the next step? Like, are we just going to be a bunch of fucking dudes that like show up and like play some music? Like that's it. And we're going to have like a t-shirt. Like that sucks. And so like he's commissioned artists to do entire photo shoots, to do like movie style posters like of his band.
Yeah.
His room is covered in like all of the posters from his shows, like giant pictures of himself. It's like total diva behavior. It's awesome.
Wow.
But he's also literally the most down-to-earth, nicest human being of all time.
Yeah.
And, you know, you meet
He's
him...
just very committed to the
meet
act.
him and instantaneously like, oh, we're best friends, you know? And I can't wait for him to come play in the United States again, because he has once before.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, speaking of like other genres, all types of music, I know you all have been and are in other bands now as well. Maybe we should do like a rundown, a comparison of all these bands, ranking. What's
Should
the
rank?
Yeah, what's the,
We're ranking
our
all of our
bands?
bands.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Who played in the worst bands?
yeah, that's what I want. We're going from bottom to
probably me.
Probably Dolly, yeah.
Probably me, unfortunately.
No, I mean, I'm joking, but you know.
Lucy Jolie.
I don't think that would
Snap.
quantify as the worst, but
It was
Isn't
not.
that
no.
just a solo thing too?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Yeah,
also
Dolly's rap project.
Nice.
it's not coming.
I don't think
Ask me for the video.
What's
You
that
can
one
message
called?
me for the video.
DM Juliette for the video.
It's called Lucy Jolie.
I don't even
I don't
have the
think-
video.
I
Juliette
have the
needs to send
video.
it
Bang
to
my
me.
line at Bonehaver.
Maybe should we just keep it current?
I mean, whatever you want. I was joking about ranking, but but yeah,
Cage
you're in
match.
PSYOP. What else you got going on?
I'm currently in PSYOP, which is I think on its 4th year. Yeah, I front that band. I started it like making a demo and then getting people to play in the band. Like I recorded all the stuff,
yeah.
and then got people to come play in it and had a shitload of lineup changes. I guess I'm the only consistent member. But we've had the same lineup for about a year now and just released an EP. And I'm in a new project that doesn't have any recorded music called Lit Fuse that Oliver is also in. I think that's going to theoretically still keep happening. We've got a couple shows booked.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. I think how many shows have you played with Lit Fuse?
One.
Okay, and I missed the show, but I saw a video of it.
Yeah. I don't know. There might be some other stuff coming from this end of the spectrum. I'm very used to being in like 5 bands,
Yeah,
and
you're very
this is
active,
like the least that I've been in for a while. But honestly, like, I don't know. I think having a band that's like is taking up most of your time and energy is a good thing.
Yeah, I think
that
yeah.
like it sucks because it's fun to like play a bunch of different styles of music or to play in a bunch of bands that sound similar and you just get the variety of playing music with different people. But very
sure.
honestly, it's just like when you have a main project that it sort of changes the way that you're like approaching bands, I guess.
Yeah. So like having one, like Bootcamp is doing big things right now, so it's taking up more of your time.
Big things coming.
Yeah.
big things coming.
That's true. I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but you got an album on Convulse Records coming out on the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
That's one big thing coming.
Yep.
But how does that change how you, like you said, how you operate in bands? Whatever you
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like instead of sort of like the constant fight of like trying to, I think it's just more about like expectations. I think that when you're in a bunch of bands that are all sort of like on the local circuit or touring every once in a while, which is like the situation that I've been in the past, it's very easy to feel cluttered with the amount of time and energy and feel like just very stretched thin with the amount of time and energy you're putting into stuff. Whereas it's like
a whole bunch of projects doing a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like if you're putting all your time and energy into like one specific thing and then just having fun in the other projects rather than putting a bunch of stake in like, oh, what's going to happen? Like how, like what is going on with this shit? It makes it a little bit less cumbersome, but also it's an ebb and flow. Like, I don't know. It's not necessarily black and white. There's no reason that any other project that I'm in wouldn't do the same sort of shit, but it is kind of nice to be able to be like, okay, like this is a known, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, this is the focus right now. Things are happening here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
I don't have to be worried about like, oh wait, what's going to happen next? Or, it's just like, oh, this is exciting. Like I can just come up with the craziest shit I've ever thought of and then we can just do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's kind of how this whole band has gone, low-key.
Yeah. Like I'm starting another band because I've always wanted to like front a hardcore band, so we're trying to get that started. And just like fucking, low IQ, mysterious guy hardcore is kind of like the vibe, I think, is what's going on.
Low IQ, mysterious guy.
Yeah.
Those are two separate things, and they're very real.
Very real. Okay. They're very super real, I swear to God. Not kidding.
These are genre terms.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Mysterious guy hardcore and low IQ. Low IQ is usually more geared towards like beat down music, but I kind of repurpose it to mean, because there's like,
by the way, this is kind of why I like got us into this subject area, like all the other bands you're in. I really wanted to get into the minutia of what these terms mean.
Yeah,
because I don't know anything.
We love making shit up.
Continue.
No, but this is all real stuff. So low IQ, it's like
Bootcamp
usually
is a real band.
Yeah.
We're high IQ. If you combine all of our IQs, it's probably pretty high.
Over 100 at least. So like, I don't know. Low IQ is just like the dumbest breakdowns you've ever heard in your life. But when I kind of repurpose it for like, just kind of like the dumbest polka beat punk type shit.
Okay. Very simple.
Yes.
Not a lot of development.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think that type of hardcore and punk is fun. So I describe it as a low IQ. It could also be called mid-tempo. I don't know.
It just kind of feels like dance music. I don't know. It's like
There's a storm a brewing.
Yeah, it got scary outside.
We got some weather.
In like 2 seconds, it just a switch flipped.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, with dance music, it's like the point is to like get people moving and have fun.
Right.
And like shake their the point is not to be like, wait, what were all the lyrics? Wait, what was that riff? It's just like you're having fun.
Yeah,
like,
it's ass-shaking
having a
music.
good time.
Well, and
which is different than something being like boring. Like music can still be like
simple but
like,
exciting.
Right. Like because there is low IQ music where it's just like, this is cheap. Like I'm not your cheap date. You gotta actually like get me into what's
buy me
going
dinner
on.
first.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so every time I see Bootcamp, Juliette, you do say something about shaking asses. So Bootcamp is also
we are an ass shaker band for sure.
Band. Okay.
That's my window whistling.
Wow.
Whoa, that was
I wonder
cool.
if the mics pick that
I
up.
hope so.
That'd be really cool.
Really weird.
Yeah, we can recreate it just in case.
It like had a pitch shift. It was cool.
Yeah, that sounded like a squeak toy or something.
It sounded like a European ambulance.
Chickens.
Yeah.
Molly, what else do you do besides Bootcamp?
I play in a project called Good Habits with my partner. He plays the drums, and then Jeff Mannix is the brains. And we've got an album coming out next month.
Oh, nice.
Which
I
think
about that.
maybe Lit Fuse is playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're playing
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then I also play in a project with Oliver called Death Kill Overdrive, and that's poppy and punky.
I love that band.
And that's with another Jeff.
Yeah.
And he's the shit.
Green Day style music.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel so horrible that whenever you say pop punk, you have to be so specific because it's such an encompassing
Yeah,
and
not the one for
problematic
perverts.
genre.
A lot of baggage.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's still for perverts, but just like not as much. You know, like it's
If you had
the
to
less
quantify
pervert pop punk is what we play.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, if you were to
LPPP.
quantify the perversion. Well, are there only
I'll
like
make a graph.
are there like 2
There we go.
levels of pervert pop punk, or is it like a gradient?
It's
Definitely a gradient.
Yeah.
There's
We'll
like
circle back.
you know, like or you
There's
could
no
also,
0 though, right? There's
course
it's
not.
gotta
Yeah, where
be-
does incel fall on the spectrum?
I mean, you can have incel can be on both, obviously, because you have the Descendants, which are arguably they are pop punk. Like some of their best songs are literally just incel songs.
Yeah.
Like Hope.
Yeah.
You know it. So, but that was back in the day, and they were just they've been talked to about like they have a song called "I'm Not a Loser" that literally is just like "Shut up, you're gay," you know, and like they've been asked about it, I think, and they're just like, "Yeah, we were just fucking stupid 18-year-olds." Sorry.
Yeah, now they're woke.
Now they're woke.
Right.
Yeah.
Might be worse. I don't know.
Yeah. But no, it's yeah. So I play in DKO, Death Kill Overdrive, with
What's up?
what's up?
Luke's here.
Luke is here now. That's what's up.
In from the storm.
Yeah, how's it out there?
Got really dark and windy.
Yeah.
It did.
Your lights are on.
The Prius.
Oh, fuck my life. Why?
Those batteries last forever. You're fine.
This is basically a bunch of people commented on the internet that because Iowa City boycotted Israel, that God was going to smite us. So that could be what's happening right now.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I did see that in the Bible at some
Yeah,
point.
it's somewhere.
Yeah,
in
last
there.
time I checked.
Those words are definitely in the Bible.
Yeah.
Maybe they misread it and it's just God smitten with us.
Yeah,
And maybe he'll get confused and go to Ohio.
yeah. That's what's he
That's
doesn't
where everybody
fucking know.
thinks we're from.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You get
Idaho, Ohio.
I do this
Indiana.
tour bit where I set my wallpaper as a map of the U.S. with a giant red circle and an arrow, like Bigfoot sighting style, like around the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
And like I had to do this in like Texas and on like the East Coast because like just straight up like open the schools.
I know the East Coast people don't understand, but
But
Texas,
like Texas, like we're in the
should
same
be able to
time
know.
zone, and so I
Yeah,
would like
it's
be
just
like
up
that
there.
on the mic. I would just hold up my phone wallpaper and be like, "We
Yeah.
are from Iowa. We are not from Ohio.
Yeah.
Stop fucking asking me where it is."
Yeah, in Texas, I was like shocked. So
They
like,
have
we
no
are
right
in the
not to know.
same time zone.
Yeah.
Like we're above you. Like what are you talking about?
Like I remember in Texas, I had a conversation where it's like, "Oh, so you're from the West Coast?" And I was like, "The fuck are you talking?"
Like you're thinking of Idaho, and that's also not on
It's
the West
like,
Coast.
yeah, not quite anyway.
God, figure it out. I also had to do that a little bit in Japan, in Korea.
I feel it's like
but
a lot more understandable.
yeah, like that's fine. But
Yeah.
I did have that. I set it back to my wallpaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause it was
everybody
handy.
all over the world, they're like, "Oh, Iowa, Slipknot."
That's true.
That's a real thing that happens everywhere I've been in the world. Someone says that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The global
thank you, Slipknot.
phenomenon.
Yeah. Thank you, Slipknot, for paving the way for Iowa recognition.
Letting us tour. Yeah.
Name a more famous project from Iowa
More famous band.
or anything like
Yeah, more
a
famous
president,
anything.
You know, like
Well,
anything.
Herbert Hoover, of course.
Herbert Hoover.
Yeah.
Our only.
Super popular guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Slipknot is way more popular than
Oh,
Herbert
yeah.
Hoover.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
who's more popular? Is Grant Wood more popular?
That is arguably the most famous painting of
Yeah,
all time.
yeah.
Right. But do people know he's from Iowa? Like outside
No.
of Iowa is the thing.
Because Slipknot has an album called Iowa.
Right.
So that's why they all know. So I would argue that Slipknot culturally has had more of an impact on people's whereabouts.
The global
heard it here
perspective.
The
first,
global
folks.
perspective of Iowa.
Right. Yeah.
Grant
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wood.
Grant Wood can suck it.
I love Grant Wood.
Also, why the fuck is American Gothic in Chicago?
Yeah, that should be
Oh,
an
is it
Iowa.
not?
Like, knock it off.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bring
whack.
it back.
You
That's
fuck
ours.
Chicago, dude.
We should steal it.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut this, but yeah, let's plan a heist.
Let's do it. We're admitting crimes.
We're admitting
in
to
here
a
all the
lot of
time.
crimes today.
Dude,
Yeah.
I made a joke, Ian Mallory, that you're probably listening to this, but like I made a joke that I flooded the KRUI studio, so please don't harass me.
That is his jurisdiction.
Yeah, it is. So
Dude, it's seriously
Can we
someone's
get a toot for
birthday.
Ian?
It's Ian Mallory's birthday.
Honk it up.
Noisemaker. Yeah. Other projects. That's what we were on. Julia, I know about Piss Exorcist. What else?
Oh yeah, that
What
was a
else you
band
got
from
in
like
your
6 years ago.
Resume.
not shit. I had a harsh noise fight club one time. Do you know about that, Justin?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't. Harsh
Oh,
Noise
this is
Fight
right
Club?
up Justin's
stupid
alley,
as
actually.
fuck.
Yeah, this
This is a thing I
perfect.
did when I was like 19, 20 or something, where it was like a harsh noise band, but also a fight club
Yeah.
where I would just hit people. Like,
Cool.
yeah, I don't know.
Did you play a lot with that?
Yeah, we actually played, we played a bunch of fests around the Midwest.
Hell yeah.
One time, speaking of crimes, I waterboarded somebody in Cedar Falls, Iowa at a show that Oliver
I
booked.
think that I have heard about that.
Yeah.
That
He also
rings a bell.
crucified somebody.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my dad went to Menards and he helped me build like an 8-foot tall crucifix.
You know, what
for a show that we
dads
played like
for?
around. He's really supportive,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
and he like fully knew what it was for.
So, I mean, how far did you go with this crucifixion? By the way, I just realized I haven't been checking in. How are your nerves doing?
I'm freaking the fuck out.
But this
We are fucking
Keep
under
admitting
attack.
things.
this crucifixion, like nails?
No,
Okay.
no. We just did like duct tape, but there was still like a lot of like beating the fuck out of this person that we crucified.
So you did the like torture prior to the hanging up.
I had to
on the
like
cross.
drag them up to the crucifix. I had like 2 dudes in cloaks holding it. Like it was wrapped in Christmas lights. It was very festive. Yeah, I don't know.
That's awesome.
It was a vibe.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about it anymore. It's like a hidden part of my lore.
Yeah. Well, it's been immortalized here on mic.
Good.
So thank
yeah, there's
you
like
for-
not really any
that.
recordings of it.
Yeah. Oh, this
I
is.
think I was at that show.
I haven't seen this
Sorry.
cat, right?
And no, I've never been so confused at a show either. I was just like, what is going on? But like slackjawed, just like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I haven't seen this cat.
This is
yet,
Kiki.
right? Okay, that's
The
Kiki.
king
Do you have anything to
lurker.
say?
Yeah, he'll squeak every once in a while.
That was Dolly. That was not the cat.
Aw, you broke the illusion. People might have
I don't
believed
give a
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
So realistic, though.
Oh shit! It's already been an hour.
It sure has.
3 minutes.
Damn.
In 30 minutes?
No, 3.
Oh, I was
3
gonna say,
minutes. An
damn.
hour and 3. So that flew by. We should talk a little bit more about the record that's coming out, and then we should probably stop recording.
Okay.
So, Time's Up
Yay.
is your record that's coming out soon, August 22nd.
1 week from when we're recording this.
Yes, we're
Wow.
recording
Which is
on the
crazy to
15th.
think about.
Yeah? So how much, I mean, you recorded that at like the beginning of this year, right?
Correct. In January?
Okay. In Minneapolis?
Minneapolis.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
It was literally the coldest day in Minneapolis of that year. Or
It
a
was the
couple of
polar
them.
vortex.
Yeah, it was the polar
Right.
vortex.
Yeah, I
so
was
we
freaked out.
Like it was literally negative 30 degrees out while we were up there recording, and it was brutal. But we recorded at Soft Cult Studios with Matt
Matt Castor
Yeah.
from the band
Condominium.
Yeah.
And that band fucking rocks. And he did such a fucking good job because it's, just so like important when you're recording hardcore punk music to record with an engineer that knows what that music is supposed to sound like.
Yeah, knows when to make it sound like shit.
Yeah, and
Right.
when I tell them, it's like, I want this to sound shittier, they know what I mean. And you just send, you
We're
just
not
like,
joking.
you just like
Yeah.
say a band to them, and then they're like, oh, okay. And
Right.
like this type of snare tone, like we want massive feedback. Like they know exactly like what you're looking for. So I think it turned out fucking awesome, and been waiting a while. So we released one song.
Yes, I listened to actually, I played it at the end of the podcast
Aw, thank
last
you.
week. Tell me about the song that's out now that people can hear right now. What's the deal with that song?
The deal with it.
Yeah.
It's called Asylum.
I think it's one of the first songs that we wrote for this record like a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote the lyrics basically just about, it's very, evident what it's about, I think, with the lyrics and everything. Just that borders are bullshit, and specifically in the United States, when we have played such a huge part in like fucking up all of these countries
Yeah.
over the course of, over a century in Central and South America. And then they're like, damn, our countries are fucked because of y'all. So now we're escaping violence and trying to maybe go to a place where all of our country's resources and wealth has been siphoned to, which
Sure.
is the United States. And
Yeah.
so they're naturally trying to do what's best for them and their families, and they reach out their hand for help, and then we just say, fuck you. I think that is, just one of the most sickening things about our society right now. And
Yeah, just the hypocrisy.
Just the hypocrisy, yeah. And
we
people,
cause the problem and then we don't help to alleviate it in any way.
So, there's multiple songs on this record about that sentiment. The first song on the record is called September 11th.
Thank you. It's my birthday. It's my birthday song.
And, I wrote that song just about the United States playing a huge part in the coup in Chile on September 11th, I'm forgetting the year right now, 60 something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fuck, what year was that? On September 11th, 1973, a group of military officers led by General Augusto Pinochet seized power in a coup ending civilian rule.
It's when the United States, Chile elected a socialist president, and the United States and Henry Kissinger and all the other Western powers that be were just like, nope. And then so we helped organize a coup, and then it created a military dictatorship. Right. Fascist military dictatorship that just murdered a bunch of people, and now you have a bunch of people that have tried to come from there because we ruined their country. And
so there's a theme.
Yeah, so there's a
theme that keeps recurring in some of these
and
songs.
also just the theme about there not being time. Time's up, dude. Like we got to get our shit together.
I was gonna look up when the coup happened, but my internet's not working. Probably
it's because God is
God
smiting Iowa City.
He's shutting the Wi-Fi down.
The prophecy.
We got it. Yeah.
I mean, the sentiment for so long, right, has been with global warming or like even electoral politics, or even going back to like Catholic text of like the end is nigh, like the end is coming, with like all of these things. And it's like the hell world that we live in is right fucking now.
Right,
and I think
it's like, what are we doing?
And it's right. And it's like so disheartening and sad to see the amount of people that are still wrapped up in this idea of like, oh, well, if we just give it a couple years, or if we just make these plans for the future, like,
or if we just vote enough,
like something is going to change. And it's like, the things that you are so scared of are happening all around us. And the fact that those things continue to happen, like, future plans not going to do fucking anything. Like,
we need present plans.
We need present plans. We need
yeah.
present action. We need people taking part in the things that are like plaguing society currently.
Right.
Because the future is fucked anyway. Like, all of the parameters that we have, a lot of anarchists currently talk about survival. And it's like, I think that as bleak and unfortunate as that is, people being delusional to the fact that that is more the world that we're looking at rather than some like archetype of the future is like really fucking important. And I think like sort of the shift in society that needs to happen if that future is ever going to exist.
Yeah, yeah. I like this criticism of the like the end is near, this sort of like apocalyptic worldview that's actually not actually urgent enough. That like it's actually like right now is when we need to be taking care of shit. It's not like it's not coming. It's right now is
well, and especially with like it's just funny because it's like regardless of how you quantify it, you can quantify it. You can look outside and see the amount of like pollution from wildfires and shit and literally see a red sky. It looks like a scene out of Tatooine. It's crazy. Star Wars reference, I guess. We're throwing that in there.
No, we need that.
Looks like Dune to me.
It looks like fucking Dune. It's crazy. And it's like, but it's like you can quantify it. However, the bugs just aren't fucking making noise in the summer. Like, there are just less insects. There are less animals. There are less like of these creatures that you would normally see that you grew up with fucking migrating. And it's like, I think there's a pretty clear cause and effect to like figure that out. Like there's no amount of like scientific calculation that you need to do to figure out that we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right in front of you.
It's right in front of you.
Our band has a history of kind of like, prophetic a prophetic history. So we wrote the song Kissinger about how we fucking hate Henry Kissinger and we hope he dies, but not really. We hope, like, the song is about, like, I hope he has to, like, live in this kind of, like, constant infinite loop of living through all the pain of all the lives that he ended and destroyed, but then he, like, before we released that song, he died.
He died like a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Just like...
He was scared of having to hear the song.
Yeah, exactly.
Having everyone else hear it even worse.
So, that happened, and then we wrote the song about Palestine will be free before October 7th.
Right, yeah.
And then, so it's so... and then with this album, there's a song called CEO. I started writing, and the song is about, like, just...
Yes.
Like, it's about, like, just natural blowback that you feel when it's, like, you are part of this system that is, like, actively, like, this healthcare atrocity that we have in the United States, and where people are profiting off of denying people healthcare and people are dying. And I was like, that's going to come to a head at some point. And so the song is basically a story about a guy whose wife and unborn child, like, died because, like, the treatment was delayed too long because of problems with the insurance company. So he goes and he kills the CEO of that company. Right. And
so people are going to think that this is a song about Brian Thompson.
But I started writing these lyrics before. I started writing these lyrics before. Yeah. And so I don't know. So now when we start writing lyrics, I'm just like, damn, what are we gonna, like, bring to the world?
Posy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do the whole
Everything's great.
That's actually not what we have planned, but that's okay.
And I mean, Asylum.
You have the power to fix the world.
Asylum,
actually, with your...
Just, like, shit got very bad with ICE, like, within the last few months. Like,
yeah, for sure.
We recorded that.
Yeah. Somehow you guys have a worldview that, like, can predict that these awful things are about to happen.
Because time's fucking up.
Somehow, observing the way things are now, you can kind of, like, tell
the immortal
that something bad's going to happen.
The immortal science of Marxist bootcampian thought.
I mean, it's crazy what you see when you pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other songs or anything. I don't know. I really like the album, and I'm really glad that Convulse put it out. Convulse puts out a bunch of good stuff. They're, like, I think, one of the, if not my favorite, like, DIY label in the country. Like, really good ethos. Adam, who runs Convulse and also plays in the band Destiny Bond, is just, like, just a G who's in it for the love of the game and just loves punk and just loves DIY in the community and just wants to do it, like, and I don't know, it's the best. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming out August 22nd, very soon. I pre-ordered it on, I think, the Convulse Bandcamp page.
Hell yeah! Did you get a pink one?
No, I just got the digital.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy the record. We'll see.
Yeah, if it's good.
I gotta hear it first, see if my investment's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Buy.
You could flip it on Discogs later.
Yeah.
You could, yeah. People do that for my Dungeons and projects sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a good secondhand market for
I
Precious.
found someone trying to sell one of my tapes one time for like $45, and I sold it for $5.
That's awesome.
And a lot of musicians will get mad about that, but I'm just like, that's funny.
It's kind of cool that, like, there's some, like, desire for it, I guess.
Suppose, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that what it pisses me off when it's, like, not relevant media, where I'm like, why the fuck do you want that? I want this because I was actually there, because I like care about it.
Yeah, it's inflating the value of something that you should be able to get because you have an actual connection. Yeah.
You don't think Precious is relevant?
Not really.
I think it's relevant in its own sense, but maybe.
But
shady.
It's like, I don't know. I've just always thought it was so funny, the idea of just, like, flipping records on Discogs, like buying records that you don't give a shit about to flip it on Discogs. I think it's really funny. Like, obviously it's fucked, but I don't know. Who cares?
All right. Well, that's a great sentiment to go out on. Who cares?
Who fucking cares?
Time's up. Who cares?
All right. Well, thank you so much to the members of Bootcamp for having this conversation with me. I imagine everyone listening really enjoyed it as well and got a lot of helpful information out of it. Everybody loves everyone in Bootcamp, and everyone in Bootcamp loves you back. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
All right. Thanks for listening.
No haters.
Here we go. Goodbye.
Bye.